All right, boys and girls. At the end of yesterday's workout, I was singing the praises, basically, of how good the workout was, and it was a mainly a product of the fact that I have not done any kind of back squat in well over 3 months. And not only did I do that yesterday, I did it after doing three pretty heavy sets of leg press. So it was a lot of compound movements with my legs, and it felt fucking awesome, honestly. Like I felt really strong in the back squat, um, and I guess in the leg press. But since I haven't done a back squat in so long, that's really what kind of stood out to me. I felt stronger than expected. Let's just say it like that. And maybe my expectations were too low. That's very well a possibility. But I say all that to say, you know, at the end of the workout, I was pretty ecstatic with how it went, with how pumped up my legs were, with how much of a burn I got. And today, it is the complete opposite for all the right reasons, you know. But my legs are so fucking sore. It is pretty crazy. Honestly, they haven't been this sore, and I don't even remember. So, it's been a while. And it's no coincidence, again, that I threw in squats again yesterday for the first time in a while. And voila, today, my legs are really sore. No coincidence, but it's something worth noting. And it's something, it's a double edged sword. It's what you want, you know? It pretty much sounds like I'm complaining right now, which in a way I guess I am. But in all reality, this is, I love it. I mean, yeah, it makes it harder to move around at work and in here, but you know, it's kind of this feeling. It's gonna sound crazy, but it's what kind of keeps me coming back to the gym because I know, for good, bad, or indifferent, I accomplished something. Now, I don't want to feel like this every day. So, like next Wednesday, I don't even know if I'll do the leg press followed by squats again. I might kind of alternate it every other week until I feel comfortable and confident enough that I can squat regularly again. It just depends on how my knee feels because I woke up this morning and it's a little tender. Not bad, but a little tender. So it's gonna be something I'm gonna have to kind of experiment with and all that. But yeah, they're sore. My legs are fucking sore. That's enough about yesterday though. Today, chest, same old, same old. We got some Smith machine incline bench. Uh, three. Fuck, I always forget what this is. It's 310, I think, or 305, somewhere in there. Um, and the warm ups felt heavy. I will say that, just like last week. Kind of no surprise. But then again, like yesterday, I felt stronger than I thought. It's just a day to day thing. It's kind of proof. But the warm ups did feel heavy, so you know, pretty much going to be 3 sets. Probably stopping. I might go to failure on a couple. I'm in a Smith machine, so if I can't get it, I'll just lock it where it is. Yeah, we'll do three. Maybe some drop sets, maybe some back down sets. Kind of see what I'm feeling when I get to that point. Let's get this first one going. Holy fuck. I know that fucking rep is gonna come back to bite me in the ass on these next couple sets. I knew it was gonna be tough, but I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Damn. You know, I said I wouldn't mind doing a couple to failure here. And the plan was to do the second and third one like that. Well, this first set was pretty much. You seen how close I was. I mean, all right. Pretty good start though. I got 10. We'll do a couple more. Ah, fuck you. I could not imagine a better way to start this workout. I mean, those two sets, shit. You cannot get very much closer to failure than what I just did on those first two sets and still get the rep. That is the perfect set, in my opinion. Some people like it when you actually fail, but you guys see on both sets how close I was to failing, but then I got it. To me, I like that a little more. It's a completed rep. You know, it just feels the set just feels more complete. But it was so close to failure. It's perfect to me. Fucking perfect. All right. I don't know if I have a third set in me like that in terms of it being that good. No, I'm gonna give it my damnedest, but we'll see. We'll do a third one. Um, I'm gonna do a back down set. I think I'm gonna go down to 2 and then a 25 on each side after one more like this with a decent rest. I've probably been resting 2 to 3 minutes between these. On the back down, I might only rest a minute or so. Do a set, and if I feel good enough, I might do 2. We'll have to wait and see. Ah, you bitch. Okay, you guys are keeping score. I won the first 2 rounds, and the weight won this one. So it's 2-1 right now. Whew. I honestly thought I had that rep. Well, you can't win them all. So what I got 10, 9, 7.5 on this one. That's all right. That's pretty good. All right, let me do it back down. Maybe 2. But 1 for sure. Let me do that one. And then, like I said, we will see. Fuck, let's do that again. That was pretty fucking epic. Final set of incline bench. How close can I get to death here? All right, that was pretty close. Although I'll say, probably was not as close as the first 2 sets. Honestly, it was still pretty close though. Good shit. Let's move on. Fucking cable flies. Man, am I glad this was open because I was not feeling the pec deck at all. At fucking all. So, let's do some decline. Well, I guess it's decline. Some decline cable flies. Hit the lower chest pretty good after smashing upper chest. And then after that, I really have no idea. I'll probably just kind of throw shit together and see what sticks, what feels good and what doesn't. Not really gonna kill myself here with the weight. I mean, I got a decent weight on here, but not, you know, kind of world-ending weight for me. So, I mean, if I need to go up, I will, but I'm not trying to kill myself here. Oh, you know what? Well, yeah, fuck it. It's not that much. Let's go up a little bit. Oh, come on. How could you not want to do drop set after that? Okay. Fuck yeah. That was awesome. The gym is actually not as packed as it usually is. So I have options of what I want to do next. I've hit upper chest, hit a little bit of lower. It'd be nice to hit some mid, and then I might finish a little bit of lower again. Because I did 5 sets of upper chest. That's a lot. I don't even know if I need to do any more. It probably wouldn't hurt. I don't know. I'll figure it out. You know what? I kind of like that I did, 3 sets of some other form of flies before I did pec deck. And this wasn't the original plan. It just kind of worked out this way. But I had a thought, I did 5 sets of incline press, followed by 3 sets of flies for the lower. And like I said, mid chest was the next specific area I was wanting to hit. And I thought, I always do pec deck. Not always, but the majority of the time I do always hit pec deck as like the second movement, and therefore I go kind of heavy. And I thought this would be the third movement of the day. Why not go a little lighter? Not focus on the weight as much, slow it down a little bit, and actually make sure my chest Not that my chest is not the main mover and all that. When I go a little heavier on this, but I feel like it might benefit me for today to do that. So I'm going a little lighter. The third movement, not the second movement. So slight little changes like that can make a big difference. Um, so what I got on here, I think it's 40 pounds less. So it's not, it's not that much lighter, but it is lighter, and I know I can handle it a little more even after doing as 8 sets I've already done with the drop set. Um, so why not? Let's just see how it goes. It could be heavier than I think, but I don't think it will be. Only way to find out is to do it. So, all right. Like many a time in here, I have no idea. Oh my god. Let me try that again. I have no idea how many reps I did. As you can tell, my headspace was not the clearest there. Can't even form correct sentences. Um, but it felt great. Like the number of reps is not the main priority here. I just want to get good reps with a little bit lighter weight, a little more control. That way I can isolate my chest more. Just do as many as I can. So I'll probably do that a couple more times. Might not do a drop set since I'm already going lighter. Maybe the third one eh, maybe I'll make it like a rest pause or something. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we'll probably move on to something else. Fuck. I think, let me get down on camera level here. I think from swinging that 20-pound sledgehammer for 3 out of the last 4 days, Wednesday was the only day we really didn't do that. Monday, Tuesday, and today, I was swinging that thing like crazy. And I think because of that, my biceps, so I did, those 3 sets of cable flies, 3 sets of pec deck. My biceps were actually starting to burn. I mean, don't get me wrong, I felt it mainly in my chest, like you should, but my biceps were starting to burn pretty good. So, I'm not going to do any more flies. Actually, this is probably going to be the last thing here. I was going to do the chest press machine, but I thought I'm obviously pretty banged up in terms of just my muscle soreness. So why not do something? This is going to be pretty high rep, even after everything I've done. Um, but I'll go slow. I'd like to keep it between 30 and 40. I don't want to get too high. Um, and we'll probably do like 2 sets. And we'll check out the pump. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. So that was almost perfect. Almost. I don't think there's any such thing as perfect, so if there was, I would call that perfect, but fuck. One more like that and I am done. I think I'm good to go. You know what? We're going to turn the hat backwards on this one. Sometimes, I like to get that good deep stretch on this because it's not super heavy, nothing like that. So I like to go as low as I can. And sometimes the bill of my hat will hit the floor before I'm ready to stop going down. So this should be better. Let's try one more. I think I've squeezed out all I can get out of my body today. Let me recoup for a couple minutes and see what the chest is looking like, man. Woo, this is a pretty awesome chest day. I mean, really, it was. You got an awesome pump. Still feel strong enough on the incline. Now, when I get 2, 3, 4 more weeks of cutting in, I should expect some numbers to go down. I'm trying to mentally prepare for that, but it's easier said than done. I like to lift heavy, but I'll lift as heavy as I can. I'm just saying, as heavy as I can, 3, 4, 5 weeks from now is not going to be what I was lifting 4 weeks ago. You know, kind of common. I'm not really saying that crazy here. It's kind of common knowledge at this point. When you're depleted like that, you don't have the same strength. Definitely don't have the energy. And that's probably factors into the strength too. But all right, man, fuck it. Let's check it out. I feel it. I definitely feel it. I've noticed anytime that I cut, it's like I'll get these chills and these sensations of just like, you know, getting a little weak, a little lightheaded. Um, and it happened like it'll happen when I'm bulking, sure, but it happens way more frequently when I start a cut, like I did last Monday, and I can feel it. When you hit those kind of points during a cut or whatever you're doing, it don't even have to be just a cut specifically. Anything that's kind of difficult, and you start to wonder why you're doing it. This is when kind of thinking, 8 weeks from now, what could I look like if I stick to this? 12 weeks from now, it's good motivation, and that's the whole point, right? So I kind of just keep telling myself, like, I literally just got chills right now. I keep telling myself 8, 10, 12 weeks from now, if I cross my T's and dot my I's like I should, it's gonna look pretty gnarly. So speaking of, you know, kind of hitting that point of wondering why you're doing it, time for some cardio. About 25, 30 minutes, and then the day will be done. In terms of the gym, it'll be done. All right, let me go do that, and then I'm out of here.